Hello, my name is Padmavathi. I have been at SSK for over 30 years now, and my current role is as Program Director for Educational Services. At SSK, we provide comprehensive rehabilitation services for children with different kinds of disabilities. Our comprehensive program involves special education, therapy services, need-based doctors' consultations, co-curricular activities, individual education program, etc. So my role is basically to ensure that this comprehensive rehabilitation program for children goes on smoothly, which requires coordination with various departments, guiding and working with special educators, helping them to make the right kind of program for the children, interacting with parents, working with family support services unit to provide aids and other supports, appliances that is required for children. If any child requires surgery, coordinating with the department, the various departments, that is the medical doctors and the therapists and family support service, and ensure that the surgical activities are done and the child gets proper rehabilitation process thereon. Yeah, it has been a long journey. I came into Spastics Society as a parent with my son when he was about 5 years old. And I've seen how the teachers work with the children, and I've also seen how the children respond to the teachers. That kind of made us wonder, yes, what is this, that they have special in them, that the children they do so much with the children, and also the children love them so much. So I also wanted to be like them. There were many young teachers and I was young as well. So I was kind of thinking, why can't I also do the same thing, and I also will understand my child better. As a very young parent, I was completely unaware as to how children grow and what has to happen in young children, what are their developmental milestones. We had no clue, and neither me or nor my husband. We had no clue, and we were as an individual family unit, nuclear family, without any elders for support. So we just decided that we will just go by whatever the doctors say about our child and what we need to do. We don't even know at what age the child should walk or talk or anything like that. So at about, I think, 8 months, when the pediatrician told us that my child is not developing normally and he needs to have some extra support and care, and he told us to go to NIMHANS, we did not question it, we did not resist it. We just took him to NIMHANS. And at NIMHANS, he got all the early intervention that was required, that is in physiotherapy and speech therapy and also special education. And when he had all the readiness skills, that is when we were referred to Spastics Society. But the initial thing, of course, it was a lot of a strain, both physically and emotionally. Physically, because we had to take him to these doctors and going to NIMHANS and coming back. It was not easy, using public transport, waiting at bus stations and waiting at NIMHANS to see the professionals. It was not easy initially, but then once we had the schedule and the structure, it was all right. Emotionally, because we were anxious as to why or how my child is different from the other children and what is happening. So we had no answers, but we had questions in our mind. And slowly, when he was about, as he grew and as he developed and he learned the readiness skills, once we were referred to Spastics Society of Karnataka, and once we reached here, and I also started learning and understanding more about disabilities and specifically about cerebral palsy. And also, as I learned how to help him develop further and what all needs to be done with him, things were kind of settled. And after that, we were kind of more at peace. Yes, that anxiety continues. Even today, it continues. That anxiety about what will happen, what is in store for the future. As they grow older, of course, they have various other problems as also coming in. So we are, of course, not I can't say we are completely at peace, but that anxiety is there at the back of our mind. But we are okay. Situations have changed and we are accepted. And the child himself, now he is no more a child, he is an adult. He is okay the way he is, and he has accepted himself. So that way, I think things are all right now. Yes, but as young parents, it is not easy. There are a lot of things that goes on in our mind, and our body needs to be much more stronger than a regular person to do a lot more extra things for our children. These are all part of being a parent of a special child or a child with cerebral palsy or a child with any disability. As a parent, I walked in and I saw that how the child was being trained by the special educators and the other professionals at Spastics Society, and I kind of wanted to be part of that thing. Like how we help children learn and how we help children do things. That is how I got interested in doing this kind of work, and initially I volunteered at Spastics Society working with teachers which gave me confidence that yes, I can also work with children. So at the first opportunity that came in, as Spastics Society introduced a course for parents, so I joined the course and then I did a 1-year diploma with Spastics Society. Then I was offered this job as a special educator assistant. I wanted to qualify myself further. As I kind of understood more about disabilities and how to work with children, and SSP also recognized my abilities. At that point, we also started a course at Spastics Society of Karnataka, which is recognized by Rehabilitation Council of India. So again, I was the first batch student. Understood a lot about children with cerebral palsy, and the course was titled as Diploma in Special Education for Cerebral Palsy. So I became an RCI recognized professional in special education. Was fortunate to be given various kinds of roles at Spastics Society to improve myself as well as to use my abilities and skills. So I became part of the training program. As a practical coordinator, I worked with many trainees and helped develop many special educators. As HODs of various units, I understood how to work with children of various age groups in early special education, formal academics, pre-vocational training, vocational skills training. That is how the journey has been so far. Journey of a parent of a special child is never easy. One thing, because we are enduring whatever difficulties that we have to endure physically and emotionally. And the next part is that there are too many people giving you too many information and asking you to do various things like going to temples and offering special pujas and going to some kind of alternate medicine specialists and doing different treatments, etc. So we were also told many things by many people. It was kind of difficult whether to take it or leave it, but then what I think I learned and I was also able to kind of convince my husband is that to follow our instinct. By working with our child, by listening to our teachers and rehab professionals, we understood what is required and we kind of decided to stick with that. Yes, one-off incidents are there where we also fell into these traps and we tried various things, but then very soon we understood it is not going to help. So by the time the child is about 12 or 14, parents usually come around and think, okay, what is actually required and not required. So that is kind of a turning point in every parent's life, I think. Now the present generation of parents are much more confused than how we were, because we did not have too many options. We had very few options to choose from, which was easier. But nowadays people have too many options, too much of information. Over the internet they get information. News travels so fast about the newer things and stuff like that. So parents get confused. Should I try this or should I not try? So what, as an experienced parent, what I would suggest or what I would tell the younger parents is that we have many questions. Of course, in our mind we have many questions. Should I do this? Why should it happen to me? How can I make it different? How can I change? But then we don't have answers to many questions. Not only us, even the professionals or the doctors don't have answers to many questions. We should accept that. Then I think we will kind of stop our search a little bit. The next is that there are many things in life we cannot change. Not only as special children, but even otherwise. There are many things in life we cannot change. And once we accept that yes, we have to live with certain things which is kind of going to be there as it is. But along the way, some changes may happen in our relationships, with our child's development and things like that. Once we accept that yes, this is going to be like this, that again give you some kind of a strength to move on. Yet another point is that, or the most important point which I think helped me a lot is that accept the child as the child is. It can be a son, it can be a daughter, but something that I believe is whatever is mine is the best. I think that belief helped me a lot in dealing with my child. Once you accept the child as he is, the child is more at ease, the parent is more at ease, and this helps in the development of the child, which I think is a very important thing for parents to understand. Maybe the last thing, but not the least, is that acquire as much information as you can. Information in the sense, not just information from here and there, but the deep knowledge about the disability, about the work that is actually required to be done with the child, no matter what the disability is, because each disability has a specific kind of strategies that needs to be used. So once the parent make an effort to learn what is required for their child, I think the journey becomes much more easier. I think what will help every parent is that accept the child as the child is, and also acquire as much knowledge about the disability the child has, for the parent to work with the child as what is required. So I believe that when you understand, rather than some professionals telling you something, if you understand what is what and how it has to be dealt with, it helps all of us. It helps the child, it helps the parent, and also it saves money, because you are doing the professional's job, at least 50% to 80% of it you are doing. So that helps the child to develop better. So this is my takeaway note for parents, that be equipped with the right kind of information, knowledge and the strategies to work with your child. Yeah, I think life so far has been good. Right now I am at a very happy and satisfying phase in life. Both professionally and personally, I am doing things that I enjoy. Professionally speaking, I have the responsibility of guiding teachers and working with parents, both of which I enjoy very much. Personally also, I think both my children are now settled and happy. So I think, most people, what they achieve by this age, I have kind of achieved, and that gives me immense happiness and satisfaction.